Hello and welcome to more Pauper videos. Today we're jumping right into a full league and we're going to be running Wall Combo. I'm really excited about this deck. I've been wanting to build it for a long time, but I just didn't have time to do it. Crashing Drawbridge is what got me excited about it. Just a defender that can give everything haste is exactly what this deck needed to kind of turbo it out and give it a lot of... It's just really scary to play against. So the combo is Axebane Guardian, taps to add mana in any combination of colors for each defender you control. And that's really good on its own. In fact, I don't know if this deck needs the combo kill, but Galvanic Alchemist is a creature that soul bonds to essentially give both creatures the ability to spend 3 mana and untap them. So if Axebane Guardian taps for more than 3 mana, these two just give you infinite mana. And since most of the creatures in our deck are defenders, it's really likely you'll be able to get this just going infinite. The other thing is that all of our combo pieces, so we finish with Bloodright Invoker, all of our combo pieces cost 3 mana. So Drift of Phantasms, first of all, it's a defender, which is kind of awesome. Like in a pinch, you can play this as an 0/5 blocker, but you can transmute it to get any of the combo pieces you need, or Lead the Stampede, which is our best card draw spell. So the redundancy of this deck is what makes it so, I think, good. And you know, we're competing with elves, which is a deck that kind of does a similar thing. You have like things that tap mana for each elf you control, but we have a couple things on elves. Number one, our win condition is non-combat damage. We just kill them with Bloodright Invoker. Number two, we can play around Electricity because all of our creatures have high toughness, except for Quirion Ranger, but that's a one, like you can use it anyway. And then the third thing is like, we have all of this redundancy in tutoring. We effectively have like 8 copies of Lead the Stampede because we have Drift of Phantasms, and all of our combo pieces cost 3. So I really think this is a genuine contender against elves once it's tuned. Right now the deck needs a little bit of fine tuning, but it feels very good when I play it. So getting into the early game mana package, Shield Sphere might seem a little bit odd, but it's quite good with Ceruli Caretaker to like just let us go off. It's a 0 mana defender, so you can play it like on turn, I don't know, turn 3 to like power up your overgrown battlements and things like that. It might not be necessary, but it has felt quite good every time I've cast it so far. And then obviously the Winding Way Lead the Stampede card draw engine gets there. Quirion Ranger is insane with Axebane Guardian and Overgrown Battlement. It's like 1 mana add 10, and you can get multiples. So like I've run into a lot of situations where you have an Axebane Guardian in play, you tap it for, let's say you tap it for 4 mana to cast Lead the Stampede, and you get like a bunch of defenders. And here's where Shield Sphere is good too, right? You get like a Ceruli Caretaker, Shield Sphere, Quirion Ranger, and like a Galvanic Alchemist. You can then use that 1 mana to cast Quirion Ranger, untap the Axebane Guardian, play a Shield Sphere, and then tap the Axebane Guardian for a bunch of mana and hopefully go infinite from there. So it's really, really good. Quirion Ranger is kind of the backbone of the deck. And then Llanowar Elves just gives you some early mana. Lone Dryad might not be necessary. It gives us blue. But that's, if I was to cut a card, that's the first card that would go. I just felt like I needed a little bit more possibility to transmute Drift of Phantasms. Onto the sideboard, we are going to make this bigger. We got 4 Mesmeric Fiend against particularly decks with counterspells like Delver. It's a creature, so you can find it off Lead the Stampede Winding Way. And it doesn't put it in the graveyard. So there's a lot of things that, like, where they can get spells back from their graveyard. So if you, like, Thoughtseize them, they can, like, I don't know, Pulse of Marasa it back, or play a Mnemonic Wall and get it back. So this kind of exiles it, which is quite good. So I like getting rid of the Fiend. Mnemonic Wall, I'm trying out, again, I want to try like a Ghostly Flicker, some kind of loop with the wall. So if someone in the comments has an idea of a way I can go infinite with like Ghostly Flicker Mnemonic Wall, that might be nice. But this is there just to buy back the Winding Way and Lead the Stampedes in really grindy matchups like against mono black. 2 Vent Sentinel in matchups where they have a lot of removal, because we are very brittle with our combo. We have 2 copies of Galvanic Alchemist, so we can get infinite mana, but if they deal with both of these, we don't really have a way to kill. Or if they kill all of our Axebane Guardians, we don't have a way to kill. So Vent Sentinel is just kind of a way to like give us a plan B, and Vent Sentinel with Quirion Ranger is actually really scary. Like, this frequently, when you cast it, hits for like 7. So with Quirion Ranger, that's 14 damage in a turn. And then you do it on their upkeep, and they just die. So that's pretty good. And then the rest is against Burn. So I think Burn is our worst matchup. Like, they're like 1 turn faster than us, and they don't interact with anything. So right now I'm trying like a lot of sideboarding against Burn. I don't know if that's necessary or good, but we got 4 Essence Warden because we need early plays anyway, and we're going to have a lot of creatures enter, so this will gain quite a bit of life. 2 Nylea's Disciple. Most of the time in my testing, this was like 4 mana to gain 6. That might not be good enough, but I'm looking for better options because I want it to be a creature so you can hit it off Lead the Stampede or Winding Way. 1 Crowsun Druid. So this is 8 mana to gain 10. If you can resolve this, you should just win. And we can get 8 mana on like turn 3 or 4. So this is maybe a better option than those. I'm also trying 1 Pilgrim of Justice. Mostly I like the art, but this protects us against like Swirling Sandstorm, or I can't remember the name of the card, but it's a 1 mana creature that basically you reveal red cards from your hand and it does damage to everything equals the number of cards revealed. So this can prevent like all damage like that. And in a pinch you can use it on a burn spell. And it has pro red, so it might be worth it. It's probably not good enough, in which case we could just bring in more Crowsun Druids, but the sideboard is what takes the most fine-tuning to get to. So that is more or less the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys in the matches. All right, we're playing against Volair, or is it Volair? I don't know. I'm going to keep this hand, though. It's got turn 1 Llanowar Elves. We got the old Shield Sphere technology going on. Told my opponent that they're in for a treat. We'll see what they're playing. They mulligan, which is good for me. This looks like Tron. I feel like we have a good Tron matchup. Well, we have the combo, so that's kind of nice. I could just play a turn 2 Axebane Guardian. I'm holding Shield Sphere in hand so that, I don't know, it's less obvious what I'm playing. So there's an Axebane Guardian. I have a couple options. They could have Condescend, in which case I want 1 more mana, or they could have Prohibit. I'm going to lead on Shield Sphere. Forest. Then I'm going to Winding Way for creatures. I really just want to play an Axebane Guardian. You know what? Let's just do it. If they have Condescend, sure. Yeah, okay, we did it. And Tron, as far as I'm aware, doesn't have much main deck ways to deal with Axebane Guardian. And they're just playing a Prism. I mean, if they hit a second Tron land here, that's pretty bad for me. They don't even hit a land. Oh boy. Well, that's probably game. I can go Crashing Drawbridge. 1, 2, 3. So we can Winding Way, I guess. We can Winding Way for creatures, and if I hit specifically Quirion Ranger, we can just win this turn. Quirion Ranger. So I can go Wall of Roots into Quirion Ranger. Untap the Axebane Guardian. Forest. This taps for 1, 2, 3, 4 now. So I have Infinite, but I can't play and activate Galvanic Alchemist here. So let's just play another Axebane Guardian and a Llanowar Elves. And then next turn we win. And we actually have 2 Galvanic Alchemists, but if we get to resolve this one, then we can just go off. So let's play Wall of Roots. They can't even Prohibit, so I think this is just game. Play the Alchemist. So we Soul Bond with the Guardian and get infinite mana this way. Make a bunch of blue. Untap. So we get 3 mana every cycle. And we're going to do this for a while, get a bunch of mana, then just Drift of Phantasms for our kill condition. So I'll just come back when I have a lot of mana. Opponent was kind and scooped after I transmuted this early, just to show them like I had the kill. And that'll do it. On to sideboarding. So against Tron, what do we want to do against Tron? Tron seems like a good Mesmeric Fiend matchup. I don't want like too many, but it's really nice just to have like 1 before going off. Shield Sphere seems a little bit unnecessary. They could bring in Red Elemental Blast to deal with Galvanic Alchemist specifically, so I think having 2 is probably worthwhile. I will probably just get rid of a Drift of Phantasms? That seems okay. Maybe I want 3 Fiend. No, 2 is probably enough. I want the deck to be as fast as possible, so 2 Fiend kind of makes sense there. No lands. Pretty decent, actually. Keep this, get rid of a forest. Makes sense. So I can turn to Axebane Guardian if they don't have anything. Ooh, this is getting dirty. It's very hard for them to have untapped blue mana here. Yeah. So now I can go Guardian. And then Wall of Roots makes Guardian tap for a bunch. We cast Lead the Stampede. As long as they don't hit full Tron, we should be okay. So they can Prohibit. Prohibit is kind of problematic. Ooh, that's good. Let's lead with Wall of Roots because it's less scary than Overgrown Battlement, and it's effectively free here. Wall of Roots. Tap this for a bunch of mana. Whoa. So I can cast Lead the Stampede, but I don't like doing that when they have open mana. So let's just go for Overgrown Battlement. Into an Elves. Pass turn. That's a pretty good turn 3. Oh boy, now they Teachings for a counterspell. Yeah. But if I have 2 of these, we can still do it. And they have to hold up 4 mana at all times. Oh, there we go. Let's lead with Winding Way. They're going to counter that, and then we can lead the Stampede. I guess I just tapped the Battlement here. For some reason, you cannot undo Wall of Roots. That's, I guess, good to know. Get them all. So I can transmute Drift of Phantasms for Vivian's Grizzly and get that down now. That's probably worth it. Let's play an Axebane Guardian here. Though I can't play another one, but I can tap this for a bunch of blue. Transmute. Yeah, I don't think Tron really has a way to deal with Vivian's Grizzly. I don't think, at least. They have Mystical Teachings Flashback. I think that's probably okay. I just cast this before they can counter it. Hit for 1. Yeah, at least as far as I'm aware, Tron doesn't play like Lightning Bolt or anything. And if they want to Dinrova Horror, I guess they're going to have to hit a Tron piece. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess a Tron piece could still let them Dinrova Horror, but then they're tapped out. So either way, we're still good. They didn't hit Tron. Okay. Ooh, and we hit a Forest. So I guess I start by casting an Axebane Guardian because it is effectively free if it resolves. And then tap this one for like a 0 mana Axebane Guardian. And then we just start activating Vivian's Grizzly. Yeah, I'm good with that. Tap this for a bunch of mana. Activate. Ooh, now that's good. Cast Korean Ranger. Untaps you. Activate. Play that. Effectively costs 1 mana anyway. Tap this, activate. Get a drawbridge. Definitely want to put down the drawbridge. Activate. Wall of Roots. Play Wall of Roots. Use that to activate 1 more time. Yeah, okay. Pass turn with a bunch of mana. I guess I attack. So I can on my turn, or on their turn, because they're tapped out, I can Korean Ranger to activate again, which seems worth it. Activate. Oh man. Activate. Oh man, what? Well, that's brutal. Shrink these boys, activate again. There's our Drift. And it'll lead the Stampede. So let's go ahead and play Lead the Stampede first. See if they counter that. So I want to hit a Mesmeric Fiend before I do anything. So let's kind of dig for that. And I want to cast the Caretaker here. And we can make Wall of Roots into an 0-1 to play Overgrown Battlement. This taps for like 1,000,000 mana now. Play it. Activate. Now I have 2. I don't think opponent would have 2 counter spells. I'll try and play 1 and just see if that resolves. See what happens here. Exclude. Okay, so they could have double exclude. I guess that's fine because I can just get them with... I have enough mana to like just kill them anyway. So let's go for another activation. Korean Ranger. Yeah, I think I just have enough mana to like kill them. We can transmute Drift of Phantasm. So yeah, let's cast Galvanic Alchemist. If this resolves, we obviously win. There's the Red Blast. So how much mana do I have? Probably enough just to get him with the Invoker. Yeah, let's transmute this. Get Bloodright Invoker. Tap this for a bunch of black, cast it. And we could just activate this for like 1,000,000 damage. This is beautiful. I can even Crashing Drawbridge to give all my stuff haste so I can get even more mana. Because now this taps for mana. Ping. 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 The old not infinite but basically infinite win. Tell my opponent GG's. Yeah, Winding Way into Lead Stampede was pretty solid. I'm with them there. But this deck is like all Winding Way. Like that's what the deck is. Alright, see you guys next round. That's a pretty good start. Alright, we are playing against Bobby Found Dead. We're gonna go first. This hand's good. Wow, this hand's actually very good. We have Vivian's Grizzly, so like if we get infinite mana, we can just kind of go off that way. We're really just hoping they don't kill this Llanowar Elf. Like, please don't. They're not gonna! It's Delver. Okay, I don't know how the Delver matchup goes. Drawing a land is a bit awkward, but at that point, I think I'm just going to Winding Way and then decide, whoa, what is this? I don't know what that was. Okay, Winding Way for creature. Shield Sphere. Llanowar Elves is going to play another Llanowar Elves. Pass turn. They flip and reveal Snap? That's brutal. Freaking Delver with their turn 1 flips and such. Alright, let's play Quirion Ranger. Because that represents a lot. Okay, that resolved. That's good. So now I'm going to go with Overgrown Battlement. Because that's pretty scary. They might just snap that end of turn. But I really don't want to get Winding Way countered. Okay, that gets countered. So now I can Winding Way. Return that. Untap you. Winding Way for creatures. There's a Bloodright Invoker. Alright, then we play a Caretaker. And we pass turn. So I think they're mono blue, so Vivian's Grizzly is kind of the card draw we need. But they are playing snow covered, so they could be like splashing 1 red for Skred. That Delver flip was so crucial. Another land. That's kind of a lot of lands to draw. Let's play Vivian's Grizzly. If they counter that, we can lead the Stampede at least. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cast this. Get 5 creatures. That's pretty nice. Did I play a land this turn? Show game log. I did. So there's no way for me to get 2 mana off of this Quirion Ranger. So let's just play a Shield Sphere and pass turn. That's actually quite unfortunate. Because I want to be able to get down Crashing Drawbridge while they're tapped out. I'll hit for 1. So they put Counterspell on top, but they would need card draw to hit it. At 11. Go Forest, Crashing Drawbridge. Oh, they have Snap too. So they can snap my, like, if I even resolve this, they can snap it and then counter it again. Let's go with Caretaker. Ugh. Okay. I don't know what to do here. I can go for the Axebane Guardian while they're tapped low. I guess that seems okay. Because if they counter this, I can resolve Bloodright Invoker. They didn't counter it. Okay, so now I untap you. Oh, I guess I played a land this turn. So we can go Loam Dryad and play another Quirion Ranger. I don't really want to trade off this Quirion Ranger. So they hit me for 4 in the air. They can snap my Axebane Guardian end of turn, but if they counter it, I at least have a Bloodright Invoker. They get back another counterspell. They have counterspell and 1 unknown in hand. That's actually quite good. So I think I just go for this. Let's go Axebane Guardian. They counter it. Whoa, that resolved. What? Oh, I see. They're saving it for the payoff. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And they're getting counterspell back next turn. Why does opponent have to play smart here? Well, we go for it. I don't think this is resolving. Yeah, well played by the opponent. So they draw another counterspell. I can hit them for 4. Alright. With Bloodright Invoker gone, I don't actually really have a way to win the game, but fair enough. So they're drawing 1 counterspell. I don't think I can win. Take 4. That Delver flip turn 1 really is what did it. Yeah, okay. On to game 2. So definitely bringing in these Mesmeric Fiends. I like Vent Sentinel as a backup to the Bloodrite Invoker. It's just more things that they must counter. Shield Sphere seems kind of medium. It does help me go quickly, but I think I'm just going to cut all of it. Go a little bit slower, but have like a little bit more presence. What else do I cut here? I think I can get rid of one Crashing Drawbridge because I need to be threat heavy, and like having multiples of this is not necessarily where I want to be. And then the last thing to bring in, I think I get rid of one Drift of Phantasms because it's pretty slow. And we run it like that. We are on the play, which is good. So I can go Caretaker. Yeah, I'll keep this. Quirion Ranger is again the best draw. If we could draw as many lands as we did last game, that would also be nice. Because we have everything we need. Man, Quirion Ranger double Vent Sentinel would be nice. They kept it. We're gonna play Caretaker. We lead on the defender, that way if I draw a forest I can just play the battlement. Not what we wanted to draw at all. Pass turn. I don't have any other 1 mana plays. So now if they have counterspell, that's so bad. They don't. Okay. How do they scry here? 1 bottom, 1 top. I really don't think Mantle of Tides is good, but yes, we did it. Okay, Quirion Ranger is essentially free. In fact, I think it's like cheaper than free here. So I do this, untap you, play this too. So I can actually get down an Axebane Guardian. That seems a bit more mana efficient. Pass turn. So I have Vivian's Grizzly, Vent Sentinel. We can do quite a bit. They snap. Okay. Snap is annoying, but it does put them down in cards if they don't have a ninja here. No! Oh, that's... Well, at least we can block it. It only hits for 1. Replay the fairy. Lead the Stampede. So we want to get pressure down. We don't really need to lead the Stampede here. So let's go green 2. Untap this. Forest. Play... I can't double spell here because I only have 1 extra mana. So I guess we just run out Axebane Guardian again and pass turn. I guess I should have played Overgrown Battlement because it blocks the ninja. That would have made more sense. They draw a card. They get to move Mantle. Do I trade off Lone Dryad to deny them a card draw? I think the answer is yes. Because it doesn't have Defender anyway. And I'm only scared about Counterspell now. Come on. I mean, this is what their deck does, right? Winding Way. This is frustrating. Okay, well, we do the same play. And because now I can double spell, I can go. The problem is they counter Overgrown Battlement, but I play it, and then I can Winding Way. Oh, they're probably just going to cast Snap or Echoing Truth. I'm gonna take a hit here. Okay. Interesting they didn't counter the Battlement, but now they get a card draw off the ninja, which is not good for me. I could have untapped it with a Quirion Ranger, maybe I should have done that, but it denies me 1 mana, and like, every mana I have is so precious right now that I think it might be better to give them 1 more card. Well, I guess I couldn't have because they have a 4/6. Okay, so I get basically this turn to do stuff. I'm at 10 life. They have 1 mana, which can be a Vapor Snag. I guess I'm going to Quirion Ranger, so I don't want them to know. Whoa, what? What is going on? Tap you. Add green. Yeah. I don't want them to know what I have going on. I definitely need to get down an Axebane Guardian. Let's start there. Okay. Now I tap this for mana, which I can use to lead the Stampede. Untap the Caretaker, I guess? Wait, did I play land this turn? Show game log. I did play land this turn. So if I untap Caretaker, I can't cast Mesmeric Fiend. So I guess I can tap this for 3 and get down to Vivian's Grizzly, but does that really do much? 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I'm dying next turn. They have 2 cards in hand. Alright. Now I can play Vivian's Grizzly that I might just chump block with. And pass turn. We'll see what they have, but this seems okay. Double Mesmeric Fiend means I can check out their hand. I block here. It feels bad, but I think this is better. Because they're pretty limited on mana. Or cards, so if they don't have like an Echoing Truth or a Snap, I might be able to get there. I have no idea what could cost 3 mana. Okay. So they're digging for a snap or something of the sort. We can beat a counterspell. Mystic Sanctuary gets back a thing for next turn. But not this turn. We get to untap. Okay. Now, we're going to start. I think I have enough mana to do all of this. I have 1, 2, 3 defenders. So these two alone can tap for 6. So let's start with the Mesmeric Fiend. Okay. Hopefully they don't have double counterspell. Counterspell, Echoing Truth, Ponder. What do I take here? So I can get rid of counterspell and then their only interaction can bounce a creature. But if they bounce my Axebane Guardian, I cannot win. If I take Echoing Truth, they have counterspell, and then I just need to resolve a Mesmeric Fiend to get there. So I think I take Echoing Truth. I tap this. They have 1 counterspell, which I just cast Mesmeric Fiend to get rid of. Yeah, I can do this. So we go black, green, blue. So I Mesmeric Fiend, I'm going to use that green to get a Korean Ranger. They counter that, as expected. Now I play Korean Ranger. I tap this for mana. Return a forest to untap this. I play a land. I tap this for blue. I think that is actually infinite. And I have 1, 2, 3. I don't have 4 defenders. I think I can still do it. I think I can play Event Sentinel. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tap this for mana. I think I can still do this. That's 6, that's 10. I tapped wrong before. I should have played Vent Sentinel before this untap step. So if I'm 1 mana short, that's why. Because this only taps for 1, 2, 3 mana. But I think we can get there. Soul Bond here. Untap. Yeah! Add mana. So this is going to take a long time to go off here. So I'm going to focus on this and come back when I have a bunch of mana. Opponent was smart. They scooped right after I cast Bloodright Invoker. I don't know how I won that game, but we somehow found a way to come back into it. The double Mesmeric Fiend did a lot of work against them. I think they should have just Echoing Truth to the Guardian. I can't win if they do that. But I guess they don't know what my deck does. Sideboarding. I'm debating if I want to bring in... You know what I should have done is just cast Adrift of Phantasms. I keep forgetting I can just play that card as a creature that blocks. That seems kind of good. But I'm going to keep the deck as it is. I think this is where I want to be. I have all the combo potential. Yeah, we'll just keep it as is. I cannot believe I won that game. That was crazy. Oh boy. We have this hand which is very, very good if we can top deck a 1 mana creature or a mana source. I think we didn't build this deck to mulligan these hands. Korean Ranger, Shield Sphere, which I cut. Any of our 1-drops or a land gets us there. I don't think I can mulligan that. They did not shuffle, which I don't like, because that probably means they have a counter spell. But as long as we can hit a land. Come on, deck, please land off the top. Please. Land. Oh, it's perfect. The battlement. We did it. Can't do anything with this extra mana, but we have actually the combo like next turn? 2 turns from now? So they draw a card which equips Mantle. They probably have Counterspell. We draw a Llanowar Elves. Alright, let's go Axebane Guardian. They counter that. I can't actually cast Winding Way, but I can go Elves. Pass turn. So they Sanctuary back the Counterspell. So if they ninjutsu here, that's pretty bad. Okay. It's not. I really want to resolve this Axebane Guardian, so I'm just going to go for it now. That resolved. I think I can just try and get down Event Sentinel if that resolved. Because that could mean like Korean Ranger just does it. Alternatively, it might just be better to play Winding Way actually. Yeah, I think it's probably just better to do this. Because I could hit a Crashing Drawbridge. Okay. Play Battlement. So they have a counterspell, but they only have 1. There's a Wall of Roots. So Wall of Roots is actually nets mana. We can force them to counter the Galvanic Alchemist. We're gonna go blue, blue, red, red, green. Play this, which is a must counter. I don't want to use a red. I guess I can because I have Cerulean Caretaker. That gets countered. So now I think I could just play everything. I can go Vent Sentinel into Vent Sentinel. I guess I can play a Battlement here. Echoing Truth would be kind of rough. And I hit for 1 with Llanowar Elves. Which might matter, we'll see. It didn't look like they had Echoing Truth. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures with Defender. So I can hit them for 16 here. How did they preordain? 1 on top. I don't like that, but it could have been a Ninja. No. They would top a Snap and an Echoing to Truth. They brought in Hydroblast? I guess so. So let's tap this to play an Axebane Guardian, because that makes Vent Sentinel tap or do more damage. I can tap this to add red. Ping you. They're down to 11. We attack for 2. Maybe should have attacked earlier. We attack this guy, this guy. They only have 1 card in hand, and a counterspell doesn't do it anymore. So Vent Sentinel's gonna hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage currently. So they need 2 blockers back. So they can attack with 1 creature. But then it's a double chump. How did they scry? 2 cards on bottom. That's good for me. Equip there. That was a good equip. Forest. If we just drew a defender, we would have gotten it. Low disk space. Uh-oh. I probably need to figure that out. Hang on. That's weird. My computer's messed up. Okay, let's play the... Well, I guess I don't want them to know what's going on. Do I attack with both? No, because then I just trade away a creature for nothing. So I think I just pass. Vent Sentinel them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, go to 1. So they can't really attack with more than 1 creature here. We did it! Oh man, I'm really sorry for the slow roll, Bobby Found Dead, but my computer... I'm having hard drive problems, so like my space is very, very low, but you beat Delver in like pretty good games. See you guys next round. Alright, we were playing against Luchinagua? I'm not sure how to say that. Tell our opponent good luck, have fun, as always. Yeah, this hand's good. We got half the combo, or kind of 1/3, but we got really quick mana with this hand. I kind of like leading Llanowar Elves? No, let's lead Caretaker. It's a little bit harder to kill. Like if they have Scred or something, they can't Scred a Caretaker turn 1. Against Bogles, okay. Well, we have enough toughness to block Bogles, and we should be able to infinite combo them pretty easily. Now we can go Forest, Wall of Roots, into Llanowar Elves. Or I can tap 2 and get Winding Way active. Let's just play Llanowar Elves. I think having more mana next turn will be valuable. Again, that was only turn 2. Like, our turn 2 was absurd. We need a good hit off this Winding Way, but I think this deck is just full of good hits. They didn't even get to attack. So let's go Forest, Winding Way, Creature, Shield Sphere to Llanowar Elves, Crashing Drawbridge. Not the best, but we'll be blocking for a while. Play the Drawbridge. Let's play the Caretaker. Let's play the Llanowar Elves. Pass turn. So now we just need like a Lead the Stampede or something. Vivian's Grizzly would be okay, I guess. Wow, and they have no pressure right now at all. There's our Drift of Phantasms. So I think this is just going to get a Lead the Stampede. That blue. Because if I get Vivian's Grizzly, I don't have any of the big mana creatures, so we'll just go for it. Yeah, because I can get infinite mana, but I have nothing to do with the mana, so let's just Lead the Stampede. Wow, still actually, I guess Crashing or Overgrown Battlement is good. So I can play that, give haste, play this. But we're still like missing quite a bit. We've drawn a lot of our deck. Rancor into the first strike, so we take 9. Yeah, we're gonna have to use our toughness to good work here. Take 9. Alright, give us the goods. Forest is not the goods. I guess I sit back. We only need, again, we only need 4 defenders, really, so I can block with a lot. But this is some bad draws for us. I wonder if I should have... I'm trying to think if there was anything better than Lead the Stampede to transmute for. Okay, well that's not another Ethereal Armor. I'm okay throwing away a Shield Sphere. It'll block 5, so I take 6. This card has otherwise no purpose. Alright, deck, Lead the Stampede. Not quite there. It's a bunch of mana, but we don't have anything to do with that mana. Okay. It's not an Ancestral Mask. We get at least one more turn right now. Okay, we get another turn. That's good. Well, yeah, we can still block through an Ethereal Armor. It's getting harder, though, that's for sure. We put Wall of Roots, 1 Crashing Drawbridge, so that's 7. And then a Ceruli Caretaker, so that's... I'm blocking 10, I take 4 and I go to 1. Yeah. Come on, deck, Lead the Stampede. No! Alright, well... They still don't really know what my deck is. I guess it's pretty obvious it's Defenders, but this is bad. I guess I maybe should have gotten Vivian's Grizzly instead of Lead the Stampede. But at that time I didn't have Overgrown Battlement to activate. And I don't think I had Crashing Drawbridge. But obviously right now it would have been better. So maybe in general I just want Vivian's Grizzly in these type of board stalls. It just felt like hitting the top 5 cards in my library would be better. But I guess with Grizzly and 20 mana? No, Lead the Stampede was probably correct there. It looks like opponent does not have... Well, I definitely need this Crashing Drawbridge alive, so... Oh, this is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. This feels very bad. Do I need a Crashing Drawbridge? I think I do actually need one. So I need to, like, Lead the Stampede. I think I counted right. If I didn't, I don't think I can win without having both of these in play anyway. So I think I counted right. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So right now I'm taking 0. If they have one of the flash enchantments, sure. But, like, the only out I have is Lead the Stampede into Axebane Guardian, Quirion Ranger, 1 more Defender, and then either a card draw or something like that. Well, I live to see another day. Is this a fling? Soulsfire. Alright. Weird they didn't do that. I don't know. Alright, against Bogles. I feel like I actually don't really sideboard. I could bring in Pilgrim of Justice as a way to beat Fling or Soulsfire, but I think I should just be faster than them most of the time. So I think I just keep it the same. Alright, let's go first. Quirion Ranger, Drift of Phantasms, Overgrown Battlement. They don't have any blue, and I don't think I can keep this. Bloodright Invoker's like a mulligan anyway. Ugh, no, down to 5. Alright, this hand's keepable. What do I want here? So, Quirion Ranger is good there, so I don't think I want Shield Sphere. And this is where going to 5 as opposed to 6 hurts pretty bad. I guess I don't necessarily need Wall of Roots. I can go turn 1 Ceruli Caretaker. Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily need Wall of Roots. It would be nice, but Quirion Ranger represents a lot of mana. And we gotta hit Lead the Stampedes and Winding Ways to come back from this. Forest? Okay. I can go Crashing Drawbridge into Quirion Ranger. And we gotta draw something. Well, that's bad. Is that a Rancor? Okay, it's not a Rancor. I mean, if they had Rancor, I think they would have played it there. Come on, man. Alright, we're set up for it. We just need 1 Winding Way or something. Okay, that's not Trample. They also just sacrificed that to dramatically reduce the amount of damage they're hitting for. Do I take 8? I think I do. I need, like, all of these creatures, and, like, I just need to hit something good here. That's not it. I mean, I get a free attack for 1, I guess. But we need something this turn. They're gonna hit us for so much. I don't know. Maybe I should have, like, blocked. But it felt like our only chance was to hit card draw there. Because if they have Rancor now or any Trample, that's bad. Yeah. Well, we can survive, currently. I can block with Ceruli Caretaker. Because that's my worst creature here. I take 3, I go to 1. Or I take 10, I go to 2, I guess. They gain life, we don't care about that. Come on, deck, please. No! Alright. Fair enough. See you guys next round. Alright, we were playing against Stranger. Tell our opponent good luck, have fun. We're on the play, let's keep. Well, we're not gonna keep, we're gonna go first. So I have turn 1 Llanowar Elves, turn 2 Crashing Drawbridge, but I actually need to draw a mana source. Good luck, have fun, you too, thank you. I actually need to draw another mana source. I don't think this hand is actually good enough. This hand is way better. I can just get rid of Bloodright Invoker, and I can go turn 1 Llanowar Elf, like turn 2 Winding Way or something. I like this. As long as they don't kill my elf, but even if they do, I have 2 mana sources, and I look like I'm playing elves for now. So I think our best draw this turn would be a Quirion Ranger. Oh gosh. I don't like playing against red decks. Bolt Delve, Rift Bolt. Okay, Burn is literally our worst matchup, so that happens. What do I do here? Does I just play Crashing Drawbridge? Because it's like playing a Llanowar Elves this turn, because I can play it next turn and give it haste. I don't know. Burn is really, really rough, though. Because, like, we're a little bit slower than them, usually. Especially when we stumble at, like, a tiny bit like this. Do they kill the elves? No. But maybe, like, they kill us so quickly we don't get to see what's going on. Okay, well, they kill Llanowar Elves. Searing Blaze is also, like, just so good against us. So, now I can go Llanowar Elves, give the elves haste, play a Ceruli Caretaker. I'm definitely up to no good. Don't worry about it, opponent. Pass turn. So next turn, I still can't quite cast an Axebane Guardian unless I draw a land or a Quirion Ranger. No! 2 Searing Blazes? That's going to be hard to beat. I don't know if I can win against 2 Searing Blazes, but they don't really know what my deck is, so that's good. Wall of Roots. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to keep playing, but it's kind of unfortunate. Like, if their hand is just full of nonsense, then maybe we can win. But double Searing Blaze killing my mana production while still doing damage to me is not great. Yeah, I'm down to 4. There's like literally no way I can survive this turn if they have the... Okay. Well, I literally have to go off this turn. And opponent could just be debating me and trying to get more information on what my deck is. So let's see, is it possible for me to win here? That's what I want to decide. So I go land, Axebane Guardian, which taps for 4 mana. I don't think it's physically possible for me to win here, but I'll still go for it. It gives them information. This might be wrong, but I'm learning the deck, so I want to know like what positions I can go off from and what I can't. Because yeah, I have to use Crashing Drawbridge here a little bit preemptively, but I guess it is technically still possible to go off if I get like a Quirion Ranger and something like that. Yeah, it's actually possible. Quirion Ranger into that creature that untaps this. In fact, should I have Transmuted Drift of Phantasms? I have 4, 5 mana. No, that's not enough. So I need Quirion Ranger specifically. Galvanic Alchemist. We're actually very close. I can cast the Alchemist, but I can't use it. Wow, I'm actually like literally, I was 1 mana away from winning. Yeah, I only have 3 mana. So unfortunately, we have to lose this turn, but well, I mean, if our burn opponent doesn't have any damage in the top 3 cards, but I think we're dead. That double Searing Blaze, if we had any of those Llanowar Elves, we could have won the game, I believe. But on the sideboarding, we have quite a bit to bring in. We got Essence Wardens, Nylea's Disciples, Krosan Druids. Making cuts is actually pretty challenging in this. Foam Dryad is like the worst card in the deck. I like bringing out 1 Drift of Phantasms, maybe 2. It's a little bit slow and this matchup's going to take a little bit longer. I will get rid of 1 Axebane Guardian because it's a bit weak. And actually this seems like a pretty good matchup to just bring in Vent Sentinels over the Bloodright Invoker combo, because it's pretty hard for burn to do 4 damage, but killing something for 3 is pretty easy. So I make that switch. I still need to cut. We can get rid of a Crashing Drawbridge, probably 1 Shield Sphere. In fact, maybe just 2 Shield Spheres because we don't need that much. And then I can get rid of 1 Galvanic Alchemist. So we're a little bit slower, but we have quite a bit more life gain. We still have the infinite combo, but we have Vent Sentinels as backup. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go first. So, no, this hand doesn't do it. This hand is, I guess I keep it, but it is extraordinarily bad. So I can bottom a Krosan Druid, but that's kind of the card I want in the matchup, so I guess I just bottom a Lead the Stampede. Our start's going to be very, very slow, but we do have a ton of card draw. And then if we can get up to 8 mana, I think we should be able to like win the game. I think gaining 10 life is generally good enough against Burn. I can play Wall of Roots or I can play Winding Way. I think I kind of like playing Winding Way more. Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. That's how you lose against Burn. Winding Way hitting your worst creature in the deck. And the reason for casting Winding Way there over Wall of Roots is Wall of Roots effectively costs 1 if you can activate it the turn you're going off. Well, I kind of like them bringing in Curse of the Pierced Hearts. There's a Quirion Ranger. I still just have to Winding Way for creatures, I think. Yeah, if I had drawn a land, then I could have gone like land Wall of Roots, play the second Winding Way, but actually, wait a second. I guess I could play Quirion Ranger for free. Yeah, because I just get the land drop anyway. Given that, I kind of want to play Wall of Roots now. Because if I Winding Way and hit a bunch of creatures, I have to discard anyway. And this gives me a fresh Wall of Roots so I can block if they play the haste creature. And then I have more mana next turn. Stop it with the Searing Blaze, man. The card's so good, like, in the situations they're playing it, but it's not good against my deck in general, so it's pretty rough. Vivian's Grizzly, man, this is kind of brutal. Winding Way for creatures. I guess I gotta play an Essence Warden. It's quite a bit slower than the Caretaker, but I need the life gain here. Because I'm not going to be casting Krosan Druid until I hit like an Overgrown Battlement anyway. The scary thing is my opponent has not made a land drop after 2 lands. They could be holding lands in hand for more Searing Blaze, but I don't know. Okay. Again, I don't mind Curse of the Pierced Heart that much, because my deck should be fast. Obviously, I've drawn pretty poorly here, but that notwithstanding, we can go Caretaker. Always yields this. Yeah, this is just a really unfortunate start here. Hit. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of like 5 mana next turn. So I can lead the Stampede into an Overgrown Battlement. If I can land a Battlement, cast a Krosan Druid, that should be good enough. Opponent made land drop, which is pretty bad, especially if they have Searing Blaze. Okay. Well, Essence Warden gained like 5 life there. I'm very low. I'm at 6. Ugh, this is not good. I think I actually have to Winding Way instead of lead the Stampede because I need all of the mana I can get. Can I cast the Nylea's Disciple? Am I going to be 1 mana short again? I might be. I needed this Winding Way hit earlier. I don't think I can cast the Nylea's Disciple. So let's just go Overgrown Battlement into Ceruli Caretaker. And if we survive, we win. Because we just are going to gain like infinite life. But I don't think I'm going to survive. Because I'm effectively at 4 life. They have 3 cards in hand. So like, I don't know what they could possibly have that doesn't kill me here. But I guess like a sequence of Rift Bolts maybe? Like if their hand is all Rift Bolts. Shard Volley. That does not do it. WP. I didn't do anything, but... Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. See you guys next round. Okay, as I said, Burn is our worst possible matchup. Where did their curses go? Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're on the draw. This hand's keepable, but not the best. Actually, it's pretty good. We have turn 1 Caretaker, turn 2 Drawbridge Caretaker, and then we can transmute a Drift of Phantasms and the opponent mulliganed. Oh, Baron Moor decks are very good against us. Like a Pestilence could just get there. I'm not going to play Shield Sphere to try and play around Pestilence a little bit. Or like a Crypt Rats. Crypt Rats can just absolutely destroy our board state. They play at turn 3, untap, wipe our board. Not ideal. Yeah, I guess I should play Shield Spear to play around Edict. There's an actually, we can win very quickly here. So I do play this to play around Edicts now because I guess we're 2 turns away from winning. So the only way our opponent can get us is by playing Crypt Rats like specifically next turn. No, that doesn't even do it. I think I actually just win here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I can give Axebane Guardian haste. Yeah, so Crypt Rats turn 3 doesn't do it. Witches does nothing here. I don't think I have enough mana this turn to do it. So I can do this. I can play Axebane Guardian. I think I need like a Quirion Ranger to make this work, but I can give it haste. So if they have a kill spell, this goes pretty poorly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I'm actually 1 mana short of killing them here because it costs 3 to transmute, 3 to play, 3 to untap. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 7. So what do I do here? I think I'm just going to lead the Stampede. That's kind of the most robust game plan. Because I don't foresee this surviving. Any like Defile or anything can kill it now that they have Kumabaj Witches. So we're going to go for lead the Stampede. Actually, maybe I just get the Grizzly. That seems better. Because then I can still win next turn if they don't kill Axebane Guardian. I don't know what to do in these situations. I'm going to go for Stampede. That way if they kill my Axebane Guardian, I'm just in a better spot. Oh, wait. Quirion Ranger might change things. I can go Shield Sphere. I already played a land. And they can ping down Quirion Ranger if I play it now. So I kind of want to save it if I'm not killing them. But I have Shield Sphere. I play Quirion Ranger. This taps for 6, but that's still not enough. So I think I just wait. Yeah, I don't want to expose Quirion Ranger to getting pinged. Oh, okay. I will put Shield Spear on top. It's the least necessary, but I think this is just lethal. Yeah, Shield Sphere. Oh, it's not because I didn't get the... Ah! I didn't get the other card. And now what do I do? Shield Sphere definitely comes down. Crashing Drawbridge comes down. Opponent missed a land drop as well. So I can Drift of Phantasms to get infinite mana, but that doesn't get us anywhere. So I think I just get Vivian's Grizzly. Seems okay to me. Opponent likes my Walls deck. I appreciate that. So what am I getting here? I think Grizzly is better than Lead the Stampede, but Lead the Stampede gives me outs to just win immediately. I kind of like that. Grizzly also gives me outs to just win. So I would have to lead the Stampede into... Yeah, let's do this. Because I can just like activate Quirion Ranger a lot. Play this. Slash, I'm waiting for miracles. I don't know what they mean by miracles, but yeah. I'm gonna get this Axebane Guardian use while I can. I know they can ping this down, but that's okay. So we untap this, getting this land, play this. Activate this for a bunch of green. Vivian's Grizzly. They kill that. I'll go one to the face. It was a good decision, that's for sure. You can't let that thing survive. I don't know why it's lagging for me. I chose the target. Hang on. Alright, we restarted MTGO. The Witches happens. Okay, we're good. No! That's not what I wanted. Alright, activate Vivian's Grizzly. No! Come on! Alright, pass turn. I'm not winning this turn. I guess I could... Hang on. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I could actually get in a hit with Vivian's Grizzly. One of the back rows. So they become the Monarch. I have 1, 2, 3 mana, so I can't actually go off. I should have hit them. Not that it really matters. All my kills are infinite, but there we go. Lead the Stampede. And I have Crashing Drawbridges. Just a Guardian. Okay, well, I got through that at least. Let's add... Whoa. I can't cast this without tapping this one, so that's fine, I guess. Let's play this one. Activate the Grizzly. Wall of Roots. I can play Wall of Roots. Gives me a bit more mana. Then I Crashing Drawbridge to give haste. Tap this for 2 blue and then a bunch of green. Grizzly, do your work. Come on! Oh gosh. Do it again. Llanowar Elves. We play the Llanowar Elves, which just gets pinged down. I actually should have just not played it. Last turn. They hit Wall of Roots? Okay. Oh, no they didn't. Okay. The targeting just looked weird. MTGO is having some issues here, that's for sure. So if they kill Grizzly, we're in a lot of trouble. We just put a bunch of Lead the Stampedes on the bottom. That doesn't do it yet. They have 2 draw steps, this plus the Monarch at the end of turn to hit like Defile. Okay, they didn't do it. There's our Drift of Phantasms. That just does it. So blue, green, transmute. She's a 1/4, so she can survive the witches. Yeah. Okay, tap this for a bunch of blue. Cast this. If they had a kill spell, I imagine they would have killed the Grizzly. So I Soulbond here. Untap. Let's do it. And then we can Grizzly our whole deck for the last piece, right? So I'll just show you the combo a few times. Tap. Untap. So I'm going to generate infinite mana, and then I'll start Vivian's Grizzlying. We'll come back. Alright, we've been digging for a while. We finally found it. So we can Drift of Phantasms, Transmute. And that'll show them the kill condition. We get Bloodright Invoker. Now I'm just going to add a bunch of black. Hopefully they concede, but if not, we're just going to add black and kill them with Bloodright. They were probably just waiting to see what my win condition is. I think a reasonable opponent would concede at this position. But I will keep going here. I think this should just be enough mana to kill them like quite a bit. Tap, tap. Give everything haste. Tap. That's a lot of mana in my pool. That's all I'm saying. Bloodright Invoker. So they can ping with Kumabaj Witches. So I turn off auto yields and I just start hitting them here. They can ping in response, but then I can just activate in response. Whoa. Okay. For some reason I targeted myself as well, but it doesn't matter. We just get them. So that's 3 life, 3 more life. We gotta win really fast. It's unfortunate my computer crashed. No problem. Okay, opponent finally conceded. That's good. So I don't think they were trying to like get me by making me go through it in time. I think they were just seeing my deck and knowing everything, which is totally reasonable for game 1. So against mono black, we definitely want backup win conditions. Vent Sentinel can just go over the top of whatever they're doing. I like Mnemonic Wall. I think I like Mesmeric Fiend, but it's really bad against Kumabaz Witches. So maybe just like going a little bit bigger makes more sense here. So I can get rid of 1 Drift of Phantasms because it's really slow. Like it's pretty bad having your opening hand. I don't actually like having that many Llanowar Elves if they're gonna have the witches. So I think I just go down to that many because all of these are pretty good. And then my deck is still very fast. Like Shield Sphere into Crashing Drawbridge can just get there. Do I want any life gain? Because that's one way black can kill you. But I have so many blockers that it's going to, like, for them to get enough black devotion to actually burn me out with Grey Merchants is going to be very hard. Yeah, so this is what I was saying about how Drift of Phantasms is pretty bad. Man, this hand would be good if I had 1 land. Going to 5. Alright, I'll keep this. We get rid of Bloodright and a land. It's pretty bad, but we're like 1 Lead the Stampede away from getting there, which is kind of the case for all of our hands. Oh, okay. That's not terrible. So, right now I'm going to play a turn 2 Wall of Roots. Yeah, that seems good. Because I could play Wall of Roots into Caretaker. I'm a little bit worried about them going turn 3 Crypt Rats. I don't think I can beat that. So we'll see what happens here. Not a Crypt Rats. Kill the Caretaker. Guess Verdict, Chainer's Edict, yeah. Okay, well it's not Crypt Rats. I can beat individual removal spells. So for mana efficiency, we're going to play Axebane Guardian, even though it's a lot better. We're just trying to get down stuff. What? I am so happy my opponent brought in Choking Sands in this matchup. That seems like the biggest mistake ever. So we go Battlement. And Quirion Ranger, Choking Sands against the Quirion Ranger deck just seems insane. So I can go Quirion Ranger, untap this, play Battlement. We don't have any pressure, but we just need to Lead the Stampede or Winding Way. Here's where we draw Wall of Omens, or Mnemonic Wall, I mean. Ooh. Alright, well, we're going to untap this, I guess. Choking Sands looks really, really bad against Quirion Ranger. I don't understand this sideboard at all. Okay. That is an example of overthinking. So I think the thought process there is like, you see your opponent with like one land in play, so you're like, oh, I can kill them, their land. But I'm playing one land because I only need one land. If I get a 1-mana elf into play, you're spending 3 mana to kill one of my lands. It's not good. Don't bring in Choking Sands against a deck with Quirion Ranger. We're meant to operate with one land in play because all of our creatures had mana. Okay, well, that was the league. We had a winning record, and our 2 losses were to I'm trying to remember what this was. Oh, Burn is terrible, and round 3 was just some really, really bad draws. So I think the deck is quite good. Let's go to the deck. So I think this deck is quite good. I like the main deck configuration. It's very fun to play. Would be a lot more fun in paper, but it's doable on Magic Online because of how quickly this goes infinite. I think obviously the sideboard needs tuning, and the main deck probably needs tuning too, but as a first run, this deck felt very competitive. Like I had a winning shot against all of the matches. Maybe like main deck Mesmeric Fiend or some way, once people figure out the deck, right, Delver can just like hold up one counterspell to counter a Bloodright Invoker. So maybe having some way to get around that, either like running Vent Sentinel, or what I was thinking is some like Ghostly Flicker Mnemonic Wall loop might get there. But I couldn't figure out how to do it. Like Mnemonic Wall, Crashing Drawbridge. If you have 2 Crashing Drawbridges, you can like keep alternating, like activating one to give the other one haste. So if you can like somehow flicker a Mnemonic Wall, Crashing Drawbridge, and an Axebane Guardian, that could give you infinite mana. And then Ghostly Flicker is a way to play around removal and stuff too. So it's an option. I don't like its interaction with Vivian's Grizzly though, because it doesn't go in the graveyard, it just goes on the bottom. So we would never be able to draw it. So that's why I'm not running non-creature spells, is because I want to go infinite with Grizzly. That's the deck. I'm going to make more of this. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider subscribing to follow the progression of this deck. See you guys next time.